We've been waiting a long time for details about the new features and changes coming on the brand new Norwegian Aura, and we finally got a bit more insight this week. Sounds like Norwegian actually took guest feedback seriously when they were reworking this ship. A lot of the longtime restaurants are being moved to completely new spots on this ship compared to Prima, Viva, Aqua, and even the brand new Luna. There's a brand new specialty restaurant joining the lineup too, and it's one guests have actually been asking for. The Aqua Coaster is gone, but it's being replaced with something that might actually solve the biggest complaint that people have had about that feature and the buffet situation. If you've sailed a Prima class ship before and felt like the Surfside Cafe was too small and too crowded, that's about to change in a big way. We're going to walk through this deck by deck so you can see exactly what's moving where and why we think it matters. Let's start at the bottom of the ship's public spaces on deck 6. The Commodore room is gone, and in its place is a brand new complimentary dining concept called the Panorama Room. According to Norwegian, this space is going to reimagine what a main dining room experience looks like, with expansive LED displays, multi-channel audio, synchronized lighting, and visuals that change throughout the day and evening. Basically, you're supposed to feel like you're moving throughout different landscapes and scenery while you eat, without ever leaving the table. We don't know exactly how this will feel in person yet, but on paper, it sounds like one of the more ambitious changes to complimentary dining that Norwegian has made in a while. The other change on Deck 6 is the Cigar Lounge. It used to sit up on Deck 7 near the Manhattan Bar, and now it's moved down to Deck 6, behind the smoking section of the casino. That puts all of the indoor smoking options on the ship in one consolidated area in the middle of Deck 6, which honestly makes a lot of sense from a ventilation and layout standpoint. Deck 7 has had quite a few shuffles. Starbucks has moved over to the starboard side of the ship, and the Bistro has taken over the space where Starbucks used to be. Guest services, Cruise Next, and the shore excursion desk are all still in the Penrose atrium area on Deck 7, just in slightly different spots than you'd expect if you've sailed on Prima, Viva, Aqua, or Luna before. Sid Norman's Poorhouse looks like it's been replaced by a new venue called Off Key. We don't have details on what that is yet, whether it's a bar, a music venue, or something else entirely. So that's one we'll be watching closely. Some of the retail that used to be in the Penrose atrium area appears to have moved down the hallway to where the Humidor Cigar Lounge sat on other ships. And the restaurant just before you reach Hudson's, the main dining room, is now Sukhothai, the Thai concept that first showed up on Norwegian Aqua. Deck 8. Now, this is a big one. Right at the very front of Deck 8, there's now a children's play area. We don't have many details on what that will include, but on the other Prima and Prima Plus class ships, that space was mostly wasted. There was an extra anchor stored there and not much else besides walking access around the edge of the deck. So turning it into something usable for families is a really smart move. As you move back from there, you'll find two brand new areas called Adventure Alley and the Hangout. Neither of these exist on the other Prima or Prima Plus class ships, so we genuinely don't know what they are yet, but we're looking forward to finding out. The bigger change comes when you hit the Penrose atrium. The Belvedere bar has moved to the starboard side of the ship, and its old spot is now more retail space. Right in the center of that area is Onda by Scarpetta, the Italian restaurant. Where Onda used to sit on other Prima class ships, you'll now find Palomar, the Mediterranean seafood restaurant. And where Los Lobos used to be, you'll find Tamara, a brand new full-service Indian restaurant. You might recognize that name. Tamara already exists as a stand inside Indulge Food Hall on the other Prima class ships, and it's genuinely one of the most popular stands there. This version is a full-service, sit-down restaurant, and Norwegian describes it as pulling in authentic regional dishes like a short rib dosa, lamb biryani, and a green papaya salad. The design is inspired by the architecture of North Indian temples and courtyards, with an open-view kitchen built around tandoor ovens. This is Norwegian's first ever specialty restaurant dedicated entirely to Indian cuisine, so it's a meaningful addition, not just a rename or a shuffle. The rest of Deck 8 looks largely the same as the other Prima class ships. Decks 9 through 15 are largely unchanged from what you'd see on Luna or Aqua, The one thing worth flagging is that Deck 14 still has an area labeled "To Come" on the current deck plan. We're assuming that's going to end up being the teen club, but we'll update you once Norwegian confirms it. The spa is staying in a similar footprint across decks 15 and 16, but it's expanding in a meaningful way. Norwegian is calling this their most expansive thermal suite yet, with 15 wellness experiences total, and 11 of those are brand new. The spa was designed by the Rockwell Group and is built around the idea of contrast therapy, so moving between warm and cool spaces throughout your visit. Some of the new additions include a sensory rain pool that shifts from calm water to tropical rainfall and eventually a full thunderstorm effect with lightning and thunder sounds. There's also a blue glow suite for relaxation and recovery, a dedicated foot spa, a waterfall experience, a snow cave built around cold therapy, a reflection pool with ocean views, and guided hot and cold plunge experiences. On top of that, there's a salt room, a meditation lounge, an aromatic steam room, a Finnish sauna, a charcoal sauna, and a Zen lounge. The spa will also have 24 treatment rooms, a full-service salon, a skin lab, and expanded Medi-Spa services, including IV therapy, NAD+ injections, and acupuncture. If you're someone who books spa time on every cruise, this is probably the single biggest upgrade on the whole ship. Starting at the front of Deck 17, we're not sure if this is a typo or intentional, but the current deck plan makes it look like the arcade, called the Game Zone, might not be returning on Aura. It looks like the observation lounge is taking over that space, on top of the space it already occupies across the front of the ship. We can't imagine that Norwegian is actually cutting the arcade entirely, but it's worth noting since that's what the deck plan shows right now. Moving along the deck, the pool area is getting a significant expansion compared to other Prima class ships, and there will be a third infinity hot tub on the pool deck. If you love pool and hot tub time on a cruise, that's going to be a welcome addition. Now here's the change we think matters the most. The Surfside Cafe, the buffet, is being expanded to take over the entire restaurant area on Deck 17, the space where Sukhothai and Palomar used to sit on Norwegian Luna. This is a massive improvement. The Surfside Cafe on the other Prima class ships has been one of the most common complaints we hear, and honestly, it's our biggest complaint too. It's been small and crowded, especially at peak meal times, and expanding it to both sides of the ship should fix that. The trade-off, though, is that Los Lobos, the full-service Mexican restaurant, and one of our favorites, is largely going away. But according to Norwegian, some of those Los Lobos dishes are moving into Indulge Food Hall now that the space where Tamara used to sit and indulge isn't needed anymore. Norwegian has also noted that there will be a new Middle Eastern concept joining Indulge, along with returning favorites like Q Texas Smokehouse, Plantery, and Noodles. Instead of an Aqua Coaster or Speedway, Norwegian Aura is getting 6 slides, including a dry slide called the Drop that's appeared on several other NCL ships before. While we're a little bit disappointed to see the Aqua Coaster go since it's been such a signature feature of the Prima class ships, we are genuinely excited to see what these 6 slides bring. Having that many options should definitely cut down on the wait times we ran into on our Aqua and Luna sailings when everyone was funneling into one coaster. Deck 18 will also have an expanded Aura Midway area with carnival-style games, which will likely come with a small additional charge. Deck 19 is home to the Aura Ropes course, which Norwegian says will span 82 feet, along with a multi-level obstacle course. There are also brand new overhanging cabanas looking down over the Vibe Beach Club, which are a first for NCL. If you've ever wanted a private, elevated spot to watch the action at Vibe, and maybe not even have to pay for a Vibe pass, we're not sure about that, it's TBD, this could be your spot. Deck 20 is home to the mini golf course and the Moon Climber. It looks like the Glow Court, which showed up on earlier Prima class ships, may have run its course, since it's not included on the Aura deck plan at this time. Deck 21 is brand new to Norwegian Aura and mainly serves as the loading point for most of the new slides. There don't appear to be any other features on this deck. So there's the full breakdown, deck by deck, of what's changing between Luna and Aura. Some of these are small shuffles, like Starbucks and the Belvedere Bar switching sides of the ship. Some of these are more genuinely significant, like the Surfside Cafe expansion, the new Panorama Room, and Tamara becoming a full-service restaurant. Overall, it feels like Norwegian took a hard look at the complaints from the first few Prima class ships and actually did something about them. We'll be there for the inaugural sailing in May 2027, and again for the second sailing, the transatlantic voyage that brings Aura into Miami for the first time. So you can expect a lot more Aura content from us next year, and definitely a first-hand review once we're actually on board. Let us know in the comments which of these changes you're most excited about, or which ones you think you're going to miss the most from the older Prima class ships. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you're into casino comp travel or honest cruise reviews, subscribe and stick around. We've got a lot more coming. Drop any questions in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them.